Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's your boy AJ back at it again with another Wuthering Waves video, and this is very related to Wuthering Waves because we're going to be talking about a certain type of creator and what he tweeted, and I'm curious to hear his opinions, his thoughts, and all that, and really just hear your guys' opinions on his take finally. And I know some Hoyo fans and just Hoyo bots. Let's call them Hoyo bots since we're technically called Kuro bots. Anybody that supports Wuthering Waves is a Kuro bot and a Kuro shill apparently. But before we get into it, first and foremost, if you like the content on the channel, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for the support. We're trying to be one of the top gacha creators in the space. Thank you guys for keeping the lights on this channel. Without further ado, let's get into the video. And we are talking about DORO44, Mr. Positive, Mr. You know what I mean? He's always super supported on the game, doesn't really talk negatively, but he put out a tweet last night related to Wuthering Waves 2.1. Now, Wuthering Waves 2.1 has been amazing patch. It's definitely been great for multiple reasons, but he highlighted only one aspect of that, and we'll talk about that in 1 second. But I feel like if you're somebody who watched the Wuthering Waves 2.1 live stream or consumed just some sort of it, like you're watching the content right now from any of the creators and stuff like that, you would know that not only did we get new area, pretty much like basically islands in an underground area which looks bigger than what most people expected, new echoes, new hologram boss, story companion missions. Dude, there's definitely so many chunked goodies, 2 endgame modes I believe, or either it's 1 permanent endgame mode, but I do believe it said 2. So we have so many chunked goodies, and then we have the quality of life. But then Doro tweets this out: we're getting echo loadouts in WUWA 2.1. I'm finally going to say it. Genshin could never. Now, it's so funny to me as he shows off this picture about the echo loadouts during the live stream and stuff like that. You see Tectone over here. I tried to warn them, maybe now they'll finally listen. They hated me because I told the truth. And you know, there's a lot of replies under Doro's basically post right here, and he says something below that we'll read in 1 second. But one of the things I find funny is, as long as Genshin has been out, you know, it's crazy that Hoyoverse really never put, you know, their relic loadouts into the game or considered. And that's one of the things I'll always talk about, because this will always be a conversation between Wuthering Waves versus Genshin, you know, Kuro versus Hoyo. Now that a new open world game that's similar to their style but is doing things better than what they are, right? You know, they're always going to be in a rivalry, always going to be this competitive nature between 2 fan bases. But I just keep finding it funny that one sort of fan base for a game, right, is defending a company that makes so much money. Like, let's be real, guys. Kuro Games is making money, but they're not making that Hoyoverse level money that Hoyoverse did for so long. And some of these people who are defending Genshin, I really don't understand. It's like they don't really think about, like, wait a minute, Kuro is doing X, Y, and Z with the amount that they're generating, you know, their revenue that's coming in and whatnot, and their team's putting this work to make it one of the best games possible in the gacha space, you know what I mean? And just push the envelope. Meanwhile, you have Genshin over here, who maybe at the time did something that was revolutionary and made it free to play, right, guys? And stuff like that, but they never improved on these aspects, and they're on 5 point something. I believe it's like, what are they, 5.0? I haven't kept up with Genshin in so long, guys. I even forget. But they've just been making so much money for years, and you almost wonder, like, how is the combat not improved in certain aspects? How do they not have more endgame than any other gacha? How did they not have echo loadouts? How did they not, like, they should have X, Y, Z and then beyond, you know what I mean, by now. Like, everybody should be playing catch up towards Genshin, and Genshin should be just running and be the biggest game of all time. But instead, it's not, you know what I mean? Like, at once upon a time during COVID it was, but simple things like this, guys, like the echo loadouts, that even make someone who's as positive as Doro and his fan base, who, I'm not going to say everybody, I don't know Doro's fan base like that, but most of them are Hoyo, you know what I mean, bots, and some of them will consume the slop and they don't care, they'll defend anything till the end. When you have a creator like that who is, you know, of the size that Doro is, he's definitely probably going to get some hate back for this comment from, you know, the Hoyo bots. And that's what I find funny. And then down below, this is what he said. He said, this is like the one feature I've been asking for so long. Or, well, let me, you know, his tweet went so long. And I'm really happy at least one of the games I play is getting them. And then obviously red text response. Obviously there's a plethora of responses, guys. Down here, bro became a cool bot. The wake up call is a really loud bass Doro even up till now. Like, you guys get the point, right, guys? And what's crazy is this is a 2.1. This is quality of life changes. This is what Cruel Games and Wuthering Waves can touch up on. And it goes back to this original conversation I've had with you guys about gacha games, is how long are we going to let mediocrity stand in the space? Like, how long is a fan base going to defend its game until they just be like, I don't want to play this, I don't want to do this, that. But granted, the only thing about Genshin and why it just doesn't seem to like die or anything like that, you have the sort of new player experience, right, of Genshin, where Genshin's so deep in that you come in as a new player and the story is easy to complete. And let's be real, Genshin is a very easy baby game that nobody's really sweating it out. They're really playing a single player story game and just going through the entire story. So that new player experience for a Genshin Impact is so huge, right? That's where the you can enjoy the game and the playability, and just like a new person coming in can have an amazing experience. But once that new person catches up and stuff like that, then it becomes super tedious and you want to drop the game. But for what it's worth, a new player could come in, play to the latest point and be like, okay, I had my fun like a single player game. But beyond that has problems. Whereas Wuthering Waves is not at a like 5.0 or anything like that, but a new player can come in, have an amazing experience, right? Catch up to the point, and then little things don't become tedious. The only things that really become tedious are echo experience, guys, and a little bit of farming. But other than that, because we have access to basically infinite farming and farming with friends, you know, you and a couple buddies could just be like chilling and playing Wuthering Waves. You guys could just farm echoes together and make it a fun process, or just talk about your day and chill out. And ultimately, I just think Wuthering Waves is a better all-around gaming experience than Genshin at this point. You know what I mean? And that's crazy saying that, because we're going to 2.1 and Genshin's been in 5 point something, right? I almost want to say, like, come 3.0, it's just finally eclipsed, not, I guess, revenue or sales wise or numbers wise, because obviously the COVID, you know what I mean, COVID buff was a real thing for Genshin Impact. But I just almost wonder, had Wuthering Waves came out instead of Genshin Impact, right, during that COVID period, I wonder how different things would be. You know what I mean? I wonder if then that Hoyoverse community, that's the Hoyo bots, would is this what Wuthering Waves would be like? You know what I mean? But I don't know. Let me know your guys' comment section below. This was an interesting video, a good talking point. Please do like, comment, and subscribe. It's been your boy AJ. I want to hear your guys' thoughts. I love y'all, and I'll talk to y'all next time. Peace.